Hi students, this is Mr. Leifer. This is Solving Right Triangles, question number 8. Okay, this problem's a little bit different because in this specific problem, I don't know a reference angle. In fact, I don't know what A is, and I don't know what B is. So this is going to be a little bit different than the last 3 problems. But I do know 2 side lengths, so I can find B pretty easy. I could use trig if I wanted to, or I could do the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And I'm just going to plug my numbers in. A is 10. Okay, and remember we always label them since this is big A. Across from it is little a. And this is big B, and across is little b, already labeled, plus B squared, which we don't know, equals, and then obviously angle C, and across from it little c. Let's go back there, and we'll just erase this. And that's 21 squared. Okay, we'll do a little bit of algebra here. We have to subtract 10 squared from both sides, so I get B squared equals 21 squared minus 10 squared. And then my final, to get rid of this square, the opposite of squaring something is square root. So I'll square root 21 squared minus 10 squared. And we'll type that into our calculator. Second square, 21 squared minus 10 squared. Close your parentheses. And there's little b. And we will round to the nearest hundredth, which is 2 decimal places later. Okay, moving on. We're going to go ahead and find this little x angle here. We also call that angle A because of the vertex point on that triangle. We're going to use the only 2 pieces of information the computer gives us. I do not want to use little b because it's a big, rounded, ugly decimal answer. So I'm going to use the 10 here and the 21. And this 10, since it is a crossed, we also say opposite. And the 21 is a hypotenuse, again, because it is across from the 90-degree angle. All right, so looking up at my SOHCAHTOA trig acronym, the only one that deals with opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So this problem would be the sine of, I don't know what the angle measure is, I'm going to call it big A, is equal to opposite, which is 10, over hypotenuse, which is 21. Okay, we haven't dealt with this type of problem. Unknown angles. Okay, the way I get this A by itself is I need to get rid of this sine. Okay, the opposite inverse of sine is what we call sine inverse. And on the calculator, you'll notice it's in blue here. It's above the sine button. They share the same sine button. Okay? So mathematically, if I wanted to get rid of sine, I would do sine inverse. And if I do it on the left side, then I need to do it on the right side. And we would say sine inverse. These would cancel each other out. And we just get A equals the sine inverse of 10 divided by 21. And I'll let the calculator do that fraction for me. So second sine, 10 divided by 21. Close your parentheses. And there's your answer. And again, make sure you're in degree mode or all your answers will be incorrect. Okay, so this angle measure is roughly 28.44 degrees. Now I could use trig again, but I know that all angles add up to 180. And if that's 90, then A and B have to add up to 90. So I can just take 90 degrees minus angle A, and it should be angle B. So I'm going to do 90, and I'm going to say subtract my last answer, and then I don't have to type in all those decimals. And I get this. Okay, I'm going to pull this off. I'll move this calculator for now. Remember, it's very important that we round appropriately. I'll go ahead and put in, I need to round right there, and that'll turn to a 7. I need to round right there, and that'll turn to a 4. I need to round right there, and that will stay a 6. So bring my calculator back up. I'm going to go to the screen, make sure I typed everything in correctly. B is 18.47. Angle A is 28.44 degrees, and angle B is 61.56 degrees. I will check my answer, and it looks great.